It is time to put Youngstown, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, along with many, many other locations within our great country, before Paris, France.
President Trump today putting Pittsburgh at the center of a global debate on climate change, and Mayor Bill Peduto not impressed. Good evening. President Trump made good on a campaign promise today, withdrawing from the Paris Climate Agreement, a commitment by nearly 200 nations to voluntarily reduce greenhouse gases.
Now, the president mentioned Pittsburgh twice in his speech, and tonight the mayor of Pittsburgh is firing back. Ralph Iannotti begins our coverage tonight. Ralph.
Yeah, thank you very much, Susan. The mayor did not mince words today, reacting to the president's announcement that he would be withdrawing from the Paris Climate Agreement. In a written statement, Bill Peduto said it was a reckless decision on the part of the president. And Peduto was clearly upset about the president's reference to Pittsburgh in his speech this afternoon. This was a decision not totally unexpected from President Trump, who spoke in the White House Rose Garden.
I was elected to represent the citizens of Pittsburgh, not Paris.
At a hastily called news conference late today, a clearly irritated Mayor Peduto said he was personally offended by the president's Pittsburgh reference, calling Trump's remarks the result of sloppy speechwriters who failed to check their facts.
In his speechwriter's mind, Pittsburgh is this dirty old town that relies upon big coal and big steel to survive, and he represents those people that are Pittsburgh. And he completely ignores the sacrifices that we made over 30 years in order to get back up on our feet, in order to be creating a new economy.
Pittsburgh once had a reputation as the Smoky City. Things started changing decades ago when smoke control ordinances were enacted, and then there was the city's renaissance of the 1950s and 60s. I asked the mayor what he would say to the president if he had a chance to sit down and talk to him.
I would take the opportunity to tell him the story of Pittsburgh that I've seen for 52 years. About remembering what it was like driving down the Parkway East and watching the fire come out of the stacks, of watching friends and family have to leave when that industry left, and of wondering if Pittsburgh could ever get back up on its feet, and understanding that what the Paris Agreement calls for was the path that we took in order to be able to get where we are.
Now, on the political front, in last fall's election, Mr. Trump carried every county in southwestern Pennsylvania except Allegheny County. At his rallies, people have responded enthusiastically when he repeatedly promised to bring back many steel and coal jobs, and those promises presumably translated into strong voter support in the area. We're live tonight. I'm Ralph Iannotti, KDKA-TV News.